My, hasn't this been a while since we last done this? Very well then. Well, I figured I'd fill you guys in on where I've been the past month or so from making videos. I've been busy with this. This right here has become my life. The power of chess. The ability to actually think and not have to spend a lot of money on decks. And be able to use your mind a lot more because as the game has been, I say since Pendulum Era has been around, the game hasn't required much skill. Since you were able to Pendulum Summon 5 with Cleep or its Major Spectres and Pepe in its prime. So yeah, we might as well just get into this deck profile right here. So what we're doing today, Monarch's the worst deck ever in this format because as long as Ash Blossom's around, this thing's probably not taking off. But if you take this to like a budget locals, you may be able to go far with it. So yeah, let's get straight into it. First you have 3 Erebus, the Underworld Monarch, a non-targeting spin back into the deck and allows you to mill Panthesium and Prime from your deck to the graveyard at the same time. Always a nice spin. Then we have Aether the Heavenly Monarch because queens are always nice to have, you know, Queen's always nice to have around. 3 Karaz because you need to be able to draw cards in this deck and that is almost impossible to do consistently now with this being the only good card in the deck along with the other good card in the deck being hit to 1. But, you know, we still have bullshit here at 3. So I guess we can't complain because this was technically supposed to be hit to 1 over here. Domain is just one of those cards that was literally supposed to be hit to 1 because it pissed every single extra deck player off. So unless if you were doing the Monarch Mirror or playing Cosmo, you had a very hard time. And even then, with Vanity's Fiends and Majesty's Fiend coming out, your Cosmo deck still couldn't even play. So that's still an error to be reckoned with, and it's still one of my favorite formats because Monarchs, even back then, were so affordable. Even with Vanity's Fiend being a little pricey, Monarchs were still an affordable deck at this time. Even when they were, without a doubt, the best deck. So yeah, 3 Vanities because we hate special summoning, you know. We're hating on the meta. We hate on Spirals all the time, so might as well just fuck them a little harder with Vanity's Fiend and just stopping them from special summoning. And then why not throw in the 1 Majesties, you know, stop monster effects like Violet Poison Magician from being able to go off and more things like that. And another spicy tech we play to deal with annoying back row, Link Slayer. So we never have to worry about Mask of Restrict ever again in this deck because Link Slayer is the thing now. Link Slayer actually does so much good for the deck. It allows us to be able to play around annoying floodgates like Mistake, Mask of Restrict. We can bait out some strikes if there are some out there. So when we summon Ada or Eidos, it won't get striked or when we summon our Monarch, we won't get striked because you know having your kings and queens striked are not very fun, and having your squires striked is not very fun either. So that's all of the monsters. So I'll be back with the spells. So for spells, staple. Depending on the person, I used to not play this in some of my older builds, but I figure like we might as well just throw it in because back row can be annoying with this deck. And I wanted to try to avoid playing certain tech cards in the side deck because, like, you know, Zaphion the time in the true Draco format, I would be playing Zaphions in my side deck, but I just feel like they're not necessary right now. Because Spiral doesn't really do that much back row. Sure, they have their staple back row they search out, but that's generally not what you want to stop. You want to stop the problem, the monsters that are all out on the field, swarming the field all at once. And to provide protection for your Vanity's Fiend, you have March of the Monarchs, which is a very helpful card in preventing your monsters from getting hit with breakthrough skills. If you had that pop up at your locals once, which I had it pop up at my locals once before too. Ooh, when I would travel to other locals with my friends and all that stuff, I have BTS pop up, and I just get so salty when you realize that Vanity's Fiend is getting BTS'd, and then he has BLS in his head, and it just gets very annoyed. So you want to play March of the Monarchs to avoid this from ever becoming a problem for you. At least one copy, at least. I would play more than one. The only reason this deck even still gets recognition to this day, the search cards, aka Strauss, that should have been banned. This thing, which is so easy to pop with Karaz, it gives you so many free draws, it's actually sad. And then you play one of each of the staples that literally belongs in this goddamn hideous deck. And then you play 3 of the worst trap cards of your life. Because you know we're already playing bad cards as it is, so why not play some more bad cards in the deck? We already came this far. Let's go all the way through. Let's get to the freaking side deck. 3 Kaiju, why not? 3 Gamasio, whatever the hell you want to call them. Very powerful Kaiju. It's just very powerful card. It just allows you to get rid of whatever annoying boss monsters your opponent may have. It allows this deck to actually function going second. Personally, if you really want to go all the way through, I hadn't been investing in the game as much lately. But if you really want to take this to the next level, you can even take these out and just throw in raw spear modes in there for the spiral matchup. But again, these are only fillers for the profile. The side deck is always up to personal preference. What I'm playing, you do not have to play. Well, aside from this and this. I mean, these 5 are just staple. These kaijus you could just change out for any other kaiju you may want to play. If you can't afford kaijus for some reason, you can play lava golems. You know, if you want to go the extra mile, you can play spear modes. You know, whatever you need. And my personal spicy tech, 2 anti-spell fragrance. Simple reason for this. A simple reason for playing anti-spell in here. When I'm playing anti-spell and I get Karaz out on the board, if I want to start playing a whole bunch of spells, this is an extra card I can just pop it or to draw another card to go deeper into my deck. And if I just want to use this to stop my opponent for a turn, so I can just OTK them the turn afterwards, I can do that with this. It's, again, a good out to True Dracos because they need to be able to play a whole bunch of spells. Spell. Trickstars, they need to be able to search using spells in order to search that field spell, unless they're lucky enough to have Condina in their opening hand. And then you side 2 strikes just to be able to get around the Tri-Gate Wizard and the Firewall Dragon problem. I personally find that the biggest problem for me going second, so having strikes available to answer that, I feel is very necessary. And the last card I side is Triple Monarch Erupt. I personally like it in the side, not in the main. In the main, I feel it's kind of unnecessary, but in the side, it does some work for certain matchups that I have to prepare for, and my locals in particular. But without any further ado, let's do what we're always famous for. Along with deck profiles, we might as well do some test hands, right? Well, let's get to it. All right, shuffle this up. Don't be mad at me if it bricks, because Monarchs are heavily known for bricking. We have another deck profile coming up tonight as well on top of this, I believe, if I feel in the mood to do it. It was just a matter of time of me getting back into the game, willing to do these profiles again, since I've been busy with chess tournaments and things like that. I'll get more into detail on that another time. And yes, I've been keeping up with the game while I'm away, so I'm aware of everything that's been going on. The new Batteryman the new Batteryman monster and all that, which I'm probably going to be happy to pick up because, you know, Batteryman has been one of my old school favorites, you know, for OTKs. It's basically the old school death spots for me, and it's just really fun to play, so I might just pick it up in general, just because, you know, why not? Alright, let's see what we got. Ba, 39 card deck. Let's see, Foolish Burial. Let's dump something here. Dump the air this. Let's use Upstart, and do we get anything? Okay, we managed to get something because of Upstart. This is why you play Upstart Goblin in your Monarch deck list, people. Because this card allows you to unbrick a lot of really bad hands. This is why this deck is really bad. You just get a lot of bad hands. Set this. Summon Ada. Hope you don't get ashed or veilered or striked if you were going second. So many flaws with this, but you know, we're playing bad cards in here, so might as well just play a bad list. Well, the list is actually not bad. It's good for what it is. It's really affordable. If you don't want to invest a lot of money in the deck, yet at the same time you're not expecting too much competitive success at all, then I believe this is the list for you. Okay? Good. So let's tribute this, bring this out. Chain link 1, chain link 2. Search the queen, because having queens in your hand is always a good thing. Should I go for the queen or should I go for the majesties? I'll go for the queen. Why not? You're gonna hear me doing a lot of chess references next video, because next video is gonna be about barriers. It's gonna be a barrier statue deck profile, or at least an update to it. It's going to be very exciting to do. I mean, I'm personally excited for it because I've been playing that much as much as I really normally do lately because of chess. Why are we putting the cards face down? The whole point of this is to showcase what we can do. Okay, so this is not great because we didn't get domain on the board first turn. But I guess we managed to plus a little bit by getting some more things to the graveyard. We got this Prime Monarch, which I wish was a domain right now, but take it for what it's worth. You know, this is what Monarchs are about. We'll do a few more test hands, and then we'll end this video and go on to the next one, and then we'll continue on with life, as we did every other day, until this one day that I suddenly felt like making a video for this damn channel. Because, you know, it's not just Yu-Gi-Oh! That has gone cancerous over time with spiraling out of control right now. It's also been the cancerous community as well. And yes, like I said, I'm still as active as ever. I still watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos. I still have kept up using resources like Lithium, Team King Games, Yu-Gi-No! No, Fluffle Step Incorporated. Shout out to all these guys. And even the dreaded C-Mode I do not like anymore. Yes, C-Mode is off my favorite Yu-Gi-Tuber list, once and for all. And the dreaded, hated, always Team Samurai X1 that will forever clickbait bad Chaos Max deck profiles. Those that will make no sense putting shit in like Crystal Wing for no reason. Soon he's gonna throw in a Wind Witch engine with the Chaos Max. I don't know what he's gonna do. Asians always come up with something spicy. Ooh, finally a good card. Okay. Alright. I see a domain lock at least. Alright, set this down. Summon Eidos. Activate domain. Tribute out. Summon Karaz. Pop the face down. Draw a card. And man, at least we managed a domain lock. Well, you know, it's a thing. Got this queen here for entertainment while we shuffle. Like I said, chess has become a priority. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has become a minority for me. So, videos like this, I believe you should be grateful that I'm even taking the time here to do this, because I honestly didn't want to. I said I was going to take a month break, like a month or two break before, and I took my break, so I'm going to be posting a little bit more often now. Don't know what I'm in the mood to do, because the format is as stale as fuck right now. So playing in top events is not something I'm really into right now for Yu-Gi-Oh! But for chess, I may do more of a discussion on this beautiful game that has made me about 10 times smarter than what I was before. So why not? Next, Ada, beautiful. Ooh, nice. Spicy, spicy, spicy. Oh man, what a spicy hand. And summon Ada. This is one of those juicy hands that you get, you know, when you get that feeling that you have a good hand, and then this gets ashed, and then you just want to take your whole deck and your entire game mat and deck box and all, and the dice and all, and just throw it at your opponent because you just failed to bring out Vanity's Fiend. Possibly this deck's most broken hand, and you just fail to use it because of one card called Ash Blossom or Ash Slut, Ash Whore, wherever the fuck you would have referred to her as. And then this is how you end, which is actually pretty good. So stay tuned for my barrier stand deck profile video. Peace out.